Up all of you Call of Duty cock munchers, this is JR and with my friend Andrew here.
How's it going?
So if you could talk a little bit louder than that.
Okay, how's it going?
If you could have a little bit more enthusiasm than that.
How's it going?
That's more better. That's more better.
Much better.
That's much better. Okay, so we have a sexy 47 and 18 here.
Wow.
This is Hardcore Domination by my second cousin. His name is Lucky. If you keep up with my videos, you should have noticed that my last commentary was on him.
So a hardcore domination.
Oh God, yes.
I didn't know that domination even came in hardcore.
Yep, it does.
Oh, I mean, the only hardcore games I really, honest to God, play is Hardcore Team Deathmatch.
Oh.
And maybe Hardcore Search every once in a while. I'm not really a big enthusiast of hardcore, though. Even it's, you know,
Someone trying to sound like a doctor there. Enthusiast. I'm gonna enthusiasm all over your head.
Wait, that's not even a word.
I don't know.
Well,
what?
enthusiasm is a word, but it's used in the wrong tense.
Whatever. So, what we're talking about today is actually going to be our favorite guns and game modes. We're going to start off with game modes. What's your favorite game mode?
I'd have to say, well, exactly what he's playing right now, Domination. It's just got like a wide variety of different things that you can use, and like you don't have to camp one side at the same time, because if you move to the back site and start taking that one, the spawns are going to switch, and they're going to end up taking your site, so you can't possibly stay at one. Otherwise, the whole team is going to be right behind you, and you can't possibly stay alive the whole game. So it's basically a game about kind of active camping. You have to watch all of the sites at one time.
I believe that what you just described sounds like... Actually, yeah, that's domination. Somewhat of that kind of falls into demolition as well, and mostly the spawning, that kind of spawning happens all over Call of Duty because of the fact that Call of Duty has a really high reputation for fucking up their spawn systems. When they do something, they can't do it right the first time. No, and they can't do it right the second time. It takes them 10 times to do it. Right.
No, it's still messed up now. It's how many Call of Duty games have came out so far? 8?
Let's see. Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty 5, Call of Duty 6, Call of Duty 7.
there was a lot of there was a lot of offbeat Call of Duties, like Call of Duty Big Red One and
I can give you a big red one.
What?
I can give you a big red one. Do you want one right now? I'll give it to you, man. I'll give it to you in a big package.
Oh.
It comes in all at once.
Oh, you mean like the gum?
Giggity. Yeah, something like that. Let's just say it's not stretchable.
Oh God.
It does that on its own.
Oh wow.
Anyway, so my favorite game mode is, of course, well, I really don't have a favorite game mode. It's between Search and Destroy and Domination. However, I think that Search and Destroy has been ruined over the past couple Call of Duties, because Search and Destroy, it now has all these people who go into there like just trying to quick scope, and it just ruined the game type, to be honest, because, you know, Search and Destroy was supposed to be a game of outthinking your opponents, which that's what I loved about it in Call of Duty 4, but people they just fucked it up. It's, you know, when you insert it, it's not supposed to go into the butthole, it's supposed to go into the other hole. So just to let y'all know, do not insert it into the wrong hole.
I mean, just Search and Destroy, just the thought of it makes me repulsed. Just any kind of Search and Destroy game. I mean, maybe I'm just not a clever thinker. Maybe I just don't have a brain when I'm playing games.
Just maybe.
But whenever I do try and play Search and Destroy, I just feel like I'm rushing all the time. And whenever I'm rushing, I usually do horrible. Like,
Search and Destroy is not a rushing game type.
I know,
you can make it a rushing game type if you know how to and you got a good team. But that's not the case all the time.
That's not the case. Usually I just end up having to sit at the back of the map with my most powerful gun and a silencer, just because I can't do anything better.
Alright. Well, all of you Call of Duty tree huggers and vagina hunters, now it's time to go ahead and move on to a different subject. Let's talk about guns. What's your favorite gun, Andrew?
I have to say the CM901 or the MP7. And probably the favorite tryhard weapon would be the Type 95.
Oh, so you like to use a noob launcher?
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
Not often though. I usually use it if I'm, starting to do bad in the game.
Let me guess. The only reason you like that gun is because it goes a little bit at a time, just like whenever you jack off. Giggity. It goes burst, burst, burst. Giggity. What?
You just made it all inappropriate there.
That's how I go.
That's how you roll.
That's how I roll. I roll in the snow. The yellow snow.
No.
I'm very dirty in my commentaries.
No.
Anyways, so your favorite gun is the CM901. Why? There's so many other better assault rifles than that.
I like the CM901 just because of the high damage spectrum, and even though it's not extremely accurate and it doesn't have a high fire rate, I find with the kick and a red dot sight make it a really well adversary for any other person playing on Xbox Live. I mean, just because of the damage factor alone, I mean, one of the highest damage of the assault rifle classes besides the MK14, and it's fully automatic, so if you can just hold down the recoil and compensate for the fire speed, I believe it's a really nice gun to use.
I believe that my favorite assault rifle would actually be the FAD. And well, between the FAD and the M4A1, M4A1 was a pretty nice gun, but because I go back a long time with that gun. I go back to Call of Duty and when Jesus was born, but you know, that's a different subject. Anyway, so I like the FAD because of the fact that you can aim down the sights and kill a motherfucker 3 miles away from you, and you don't even have to know he's there. Like spray, spray, spray. Oh shit, I got someone, and like then you go and look at their face and it's all white and shit, and you know why it's white. But so yeah, you load that gun up and you could just sit there and you could shoot them all day, and you're gonna be spot on.
It has the highest fire rate, and it's probably one of the most accurate guns with that high fire rate. That's
my shit. That's what the ACR is. It's just an accurate gun, you know?
Yeah.
Not in this game, but in Modern Warfare 2. That's why it was such a good gun.
It's still a good gun in this game.
I mean, you can't run around with a fucking MP5 anymore because Call of Duty patched that shit. They made it so that it's more balanced now. It's like Battlefield, you know? But
I mean, Battlefield, you can just pull out an LMG and sit in one corner of the map and live the whole time.
I don't know about that, but anyways, so what about your SMGs? What's your favorite SMG?
SMG MP7, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. MP7's got it on the charts when you're looking at it in creative class. It says it doesn't have a very high accuracy and a very low damage, but I think the gun is a bit overpowered though, even though I still love to use it, because I mean, even like what he's using here, his MP9, I think what it's called,
I guess,
like it doesn't have a high fire, it's got a high fire rate and it says it's not very accurate, but MP7 you could shoot, like it doesn't have the range of an assault rifle, but you can literally get every single bullet into someone from a short distance.
Yeah, you can. I gotta admit, my favorite gun, my submachine gun is between my PP and my MP7. So, I mean, MP7, I kind of lean towards that way because you know you either lean towards the left or the right. I just happen to lean towards that gun. So, if you get my drift. Anyways, so I like the MP7 for is because of the fact that you can unload a fucking mag into someone and kill them and like just whip that shit out and turn around and turn on someone. And of course it's only at close range. But anyways, we're coming up to the end of this video. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Not really. It's basically just got whatever.
So anyways, thank you for watching this commentary. Make sure that you go ahead and hit that like button, hit that sub if you haven't already, and make sure to like the video because that helps me out a lot. And again, comment, that helps me out too. Thanks, and watch my other videos.